Welcome, everybody. Shout out, everybody. Everybody joining later. We'll make this smaller. Boom. Yeah, we're vibing today. First day back streaming. This is great. Got a new camera. Well, not a new camera. Figured out how to plug in my old camera to the new setup. Got a haircut. Damn. Hey, Arthur. How's it going? Just waiting for more people to pop in before we start going crazy on stream. I'm just kidding. But it's a vibey Thursday afternoon. I'm good. I'm just, having a good time. It's been a good work day so far. And I'm sure it's going to get even better. How do you guys like the new quality, the new camera? It's pretty cool, right? I like it. I think it looks quite nice. So yeah, how are you guys doing? Drop a like if you're coming into the stream. Drop a quick like. That's always good. It helps people see it more. I'm just browsing Twitter a little bit here, just finding some sort of inspiration. Oh yeah, this was funny. Ludwig, he's a streamer. He's a famous streamer. And he launched a different version of merch than most people would launch. Instead of launching your traditional merch, he launched a bidet brand, which was pretty funny. Let me go to it. I'll check it out super quick. Ludwig bidet. I don't really remember what it was. It was something like this. Get out of here. Bidet.gg. Yeah, this is so funny. Actually, kind of a genius move, in my opinion. Charging $50 for this. Super clean site. Very well done. He got 1.5 monthly visitors on this in October. That's big. He cashed out that day. Wow. Or that month, rather. Great. We'd love to hear your thoughts on digital dropshipping. I think digital dropshipping is a great idea. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you can get access to courses that you can resell, basically. So that's what I think of when I think of digital dropshipping. It's just like dropshipping information rather than products, which, yeah, that's great. That sounds like a good idea. Of course, it could be a little more difficult to get people to buy something through paid ads if it's like a digital dropshipping product, but it's obviously not impossible. You just have to really understand the problem that you're solving and the pain points of your customer. That's generally speaking how you sell anything. So if you learn how to do those things, you'll have a good time. Good evening from Lakeland, Florida. Shout out to Lakeland, Florida. I would like to know what the average salary that you could pay for a growth outbound director. Growth outbound director salary. Outbound manager, outbound director of outbound sales, 75, so $76,000 a year. That's not too bad. That's gonna run you basically like that's like what 6.5K a month. This is why at Ecom, for example, which is my creative agency, ultimately our goal is to save people money because you could have us be your growth outbound director and we charge on average like 3K a month for a whole, for all these platforms. So that's it. That's like 36K a year. That's half of this money, and you get to leverage our experience. You don't have to hire a full-time employee, etc. It's kind of a good deal. I'll be honest, we're saving people money here. Hey, from Yorkshire in the UK. Shout out to all my UK subscribers out there. You guys are awesome. Ari the goat. Oh, thanks, man. You don't need to say that, but I appreciate it. About to turn 20. Been watching you since you were 16. Bro, that is so cool. So young, man. That's amazing. Did you ever have some tough moments as an entrepreneur, like being in the negatives, doubting yourself? Bro, of course. Every month I go through some sort of like moment of self-doubt, but honestly, not so much self-doubt, but like things are not going the way I want them to. But what I will say is whenever those moments happen, I go into like beast mode basically. And for some reason, those moments motivate me more than anything. And yeah, so for Ecom, even like this, Ecom has been the smoothest business. But even like, if we lose a client, typically it's because they want to take stuff in house. And yeah, that can kind of hurt a little bit. It's like, oh man, especially when it's a brand you really like working with. And in those moments, I do feel bad, but it motivates me to go out there and just kill it even more. But even with brands, e-commerce brands that I've had in the past, I've had moments where we've had to invest like 30K into inventory, 50K into inventory. And it's like, really concerning. It's a big chunk of cash. And then you obviously still have to spend on ads. You have to pay influencers and people. So those are the moments that I've had that have been the toughest. I think, same, I guess when you're first starting too, and you're like spending money on your business and you're not getting anything in return, that can definitely suck a lot. But you just got to continue to remind yourself that everything is a learning experience and you're just like getting all these different tools under your belt of even experiences, right? Like mistakes can be tools if you learn from them. And then just try not to make the same mistakes twice. Here from Brazil. Hey, shout out to Brazil. That's amazing. What is the best platform for paid ads for clothing businesses? TikTok and Meta, but Instagram mainly. Meta is just awesome. I mean, I think a lot of people have beef with it, but I still think it's probably the best advertising platform. TikTok is really good too, though. But the reason I like Meta is that you can run images, and images tend to do really well for apparel. Isn't leveraging ChatGPT AI to create content art to dropship the next step for dropshipper? Costs are low. Oh, for sure, bro. I think ChatGPT is gonna be the supplement. It's basically like having like a mini assistant, if you need it. Like you can ask it anything and it'll give you some sort of relevant answer. So yeah, I definitely think it's gonna be super useful for not only dropshippers, but really any independent business owner. I actually tweeted about that today. I said, ChatGPT is empowering a whole generation of independent creators/builders. ChatGPT, handshake emoji, Shopify. Because that's basically Shopify's whole ethos, is that they're arming the rebels being independent business owners. And that's basically what I see ChatGPT doing right now. That's like the highest return on investment that you could have with ChatGPT is using it for your business. And, I think it's super powerful. I'm already using it a lot. I would love to teach people how to use it more. I would love to help brands learn how to leverage AI more. I mean, that's basically what you're doing whenever you're running ads. And that's why I say on the Ecom site that we're leveraging machine learning Because little did you know, like the Facebook algorithm is machine learning. It's an algorithm that learns and gets better as you feed it data. Same with ChatGPT. That's kind of how it worked at the beginning, and it still does. It gets a bunch of data sets that it learns from, and that's why there's companies like Scale.ai that what they do is they literally sell, they organize data basically for AI so that it can generate better results. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff. This company is literally worth $1 billion. I think the guy that made this company is the youngest billionaire in the world. He's like 25. And yeah, he was ahead of the curve. He started, it's a pretty simple business, but it's so valuable. Bro, it can literally code Python stuff. It's nuts. Yeah, and not just Python. It can also fix Shopify liquid code as well. So that's something to consider. Do you know about TikTok Creator Marketplace? Yeah. TikTok Creator Marketplace is so dope. So this is definitely something more people should be aware of. You can basically source content and influencer collaborations through the creator marketplace. So TikTok is giving you all the tools you need, really. It's amazing. What are the best trends to hop in for January, February 2023? Well, of course, AI. AI is going to be a big thing. I'm diving deep into AI for Ecom. Everything I'm doing right now is like Ecom, but I think leveraging AI to do a lot of different things is a good idea. That's definitely a good trend. I don't know, this isn't relevant, but this is a trend that I discovered yesterday. So, I do a lot of trend research. This helps me a lot for Ecom, but also just generally, it's super interesting. I find it very interesting. So I don't know if you guys know about VTubers. This is a really weird trend, but it's like insane how much it's popping off. Look at this. What a VTuber is a YouTuber or a YouTube channel that is a virtual avatar, basically. So that's the character or the host of the channel is a virtual avatar. So I think this is also super interesting. And it kind of ties in a little bit with AI because I think in the future, we're going to see a lot of YouTube channels ran by AI that is like, VTuber channels that are ran by an artificial intelligence model. It'll be really interesting to see, but this is a crazy trend that not a lot of people are talking about. Not sure how you can leverage this for e-commerce, but I think how you could leverage it for e-commerce is, let's say you wanted to create a finance channel. There's no VTuber finance channel. That'd be pretty cool. It is the weirdest thing ever. I agree. A lot of you guys are saying this is weird, and it's weird that it caught on. It is, but at the same time, you got to imagine, people fall in love with characters in video games, in movies, cartoons, animes. I can relate to that, right? Like, I love anime, and I tend to relate to a lot of characters in anime. It's a similar model, but live and even more relatable for people. So it does make sense that it's catching on if you really think about it. Currently 14 years old, just started my second ecom business. I'm jumping in the self-care niche. Wish me luck. Good luck, bro. Good luck. Yeah, if you guys are starting Shopify stores right now, one of the best things that you can do is simply go to my channel. By the way, everybody that's joining in, make sure you guys are dropping a like on the video. That's super helpful for the channel. Yeah, so go do that. But what you can do is on my channel, the first link in the description, it's the free Shopify link. Look at that, $1 a month. You can actually probably find that link on this live stream. You're gonna get $1 a month plan. It's insane, such a good deal. I don't know when it's gonna end, so make sure y'all take advantage of it sooner rather than later. How would AI help with ecom? A bit confused. So right now, the best way that you can do it is just to help you, for example, with copywriting ideas. So let's say somebody said they're starting in the self-care niche. So give me 5 compelling marketing points for a self-care brand. For example, we can do a little bit of that, and it'll say, okay, it will improve your well-being and overall health Self-care practices such as exercising, meditating, and getting enough sleep can improve physical and mental health, which can lead to a more fulfilling and balanced life. Boom. There's a marketing angle. Super good marketing angle. And right there's even like, if you're getting into the self-care niche, it gives you, 3 or 4 different sub niche ideas within the self-care niche. So you could find products in the sleep niche, that's self-care. You could add products in the meditation niche, exercise niche. So you could create a nice little brand that encompasses all of those things and test different products within those categories. I think that's a good idea. So boom, we just improved relationships. This is another faucet of self-care and improving your relationships. I mean, people would pay any amount of money to improve their relationships, right? Whether it be romantic relationships, relationships with their family, their friends, even their pets. I would say like that's probably a super untapped market, is like improving the relationship that you have with your pet. That would even be a good course that you could sell or drop ship, because a lot of people are drop shipping digital information. That'd be kind of interesting, how to improve your relationship with your pet. I'd never thought about that, but that sounds kind of lit. So yeah, I mean, ChatGPT, it really, what it does is it empowers independent people, right? Independent creators, especially if you really get comfortable with it and just ask it things. Like, that's probably the hardest part about it, is not what it can't do, but what you ask it to do. That's the hard part. And it also goes to show what a lot of people say, is that sometimes it's not about like knowing the answers, it's about knowing the right question to ask, right? That's exactly how you're going to get the most value possible from ChatGPT, is just by knowing what question to ask. The only way to get better at that is to ask it a lot of questions and figure out what the right question to ask is. And then also just by continuing to do a lot of research, all those things are really going to help you out. So just give it a shot, really. That's the first step. You can use it with Zapier now. That's sick. So you can probably create webhooks and link this on your store or something. I don't know. That would be so cool. I'm trying to find some cool Shopify stores so that I can do a review. So I'm trying to do a lot of content live these days because I'm building a little bit of a content team. Shout out to all the people that watch the streams. By the way, everybody in the stream, make sure you drop a like real quick. But what's cool is that I was able to hire 2 people, or bring 2 people onto my team from the streams. So shout out to you guys. That's been amazing. And they're helping me with content. So the content's going to get better because I'm not going to be fully in charge of it now. I'm just going to be streaming. And then we're going to make a ton of great content around the streams. Very relevant stuff. Like you said, somebody said, bro, you're giving out too many ideas. Exactly. I feel like when I'm doing things live, I can actually provide way more value because you guys are asking me questions live. You're giving me ideas. We're all talking. We're having a real discussion. This is literally like back in ancient Greek philosophers. You know how they would all convene in a forum and they would just talk about all these different philosophical ideas. That's exactly what we're doing right now, but through a live stream. So shout out to all you guys for joining the lives. It really goes a long way. I can't wait till one day we have like 500 people in the live, 1,000 people in the live. It's gonna be cool. Even though that won't change much in terms of how I feel about streaming. I love streaming even for like 3 people. You guys may not know, but how I started my personal brand was actually by streaming on Instagram, and I would get like 2 people, but I would have a blast. It would be so fun, and I would, tell them what I was doing, help them out with their things. They would help me out. It was dope. So best way you guys can help me out right now is simply by dropping a like on the video. While I'm just doing we actually looked at this general store the other day. It's funny because the same stores pop up over and over again. So these guys are killing it with a very simple lander. Super simple, but it looks clean. This is the Sense theme. So again, how you can use ChatGPT is you can ask it to fill things out like this. For example, you could ask it, can you give me a verified testimonial a verified testimonial for a portable blender bottle. I mean, this may be a little unethical. I'm not endorsing this, but because this isn't a real testimonial, but this is fire. You could make this. You could send this to a UGC creator, for example, and tell them to use this as the script. To send it to a UGC creator on Twitter. If you look up literally hashtag UGC, you'll find like a billion creators that are making UGC content. You could take this girl, for example, and tell her, if you had this brand, say this in a video and add some really cool, ads or whatever. Not ads, different clips. Pretty good idea. Do you think electric gym shakers could work for drop shipping or self-cleaning brushes for pets? Bro, there's this one TikTok brand. Let me show you, actually. I don't remember the name. But there was a brand that just completely killed it on TikTok. No, that's not it. Electric shaker bottle. There was a brand like this one, instant shaker, easy shake. Okay, well there's so many now because everybody copied them, but this was a really good product and a lot of people sold it. Let's look at this one. So this is kind of a general store, but they're showing
OMG guys, I just bought the
okay, we don't want to get copyright claimed, but yeah, so they're just showing the blender bottle and how it works. So yeah, here's kind of an idea on this, on the electric bottle, but I don't really like the product that much personally. I don't think it's that great. I think you could probably find a better idea somewhere. Let me just do something super quick. But yeah, guys, drop a quick like if you haven't yet. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I know people are going in and out of the stream. So I just want to make sure that you guys are dropping a quick like if you're enjoying it. Do you think the measuring spoon is oversaturated? Oh yeah. That doesn't sound like a good product in my opinion, but hey, you got to test things out ultimately. Like that's kind of the harsh reality of entrepreneurship, is you ultimately just have to test things out yourself and fail fast. That's a good piece of advice. It's just fail fast, test it. If it doesn't work, move on. And that's why I think if you don't have a lot of money, it can be worthwhile to just start out with some sort of store where you can encompass a lot of different products. I did a video today on Drop. This brand is so clean. This is something to keep in mind as well, is finding an idea that you can make content around. Sorry, I gotta get on Slack. I gotta mute this for a second. Slack is so helpful. I got my whole entire business on Slack. I feel like my country, Switzerland, could be a niche for the shakers. True. People are very fit in Switzerland, I'm pretty sure. So that's a good idea. What's your opinion on intermittent fasting or healthcare industry? Let's take a look. We'll just leave this. Oops. Intermittent fasting. I'm pretty sure it's a really big trend. Like, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it is. So it's not a booming trend, but it's definitely solid. It's definitely a strong trend. And this is still trending upwards. Like if we look back all the way back to like here, it's like phew. Have you tried dropshipping on eBay or Mercari? Actually, my first ever store that I had some sort of success with was dropshipping on eBay, but it was a nightmare. I got basically banned because you're not supposed to do that, and they get pretty mad about it. Fitness is a crazy good niche. You just find up and coming bodybuilders to promote your stuff. That's how all these large companies get started. You're right. I mean, that's how Gymshark has done it, Gymshark basically used to go to all of these bodybuilding events, all these business events, and they got people to endorse their brand really easily. And they're still doing that till this day. Now that they're a $1 billion company, in November they got 14 million monthly visitors. Huge, huge numbers. Yeah, let me try to find some more brands. We're getting a lot of people in the stream. Make sure you guys not buy, make sure you guys drop a quick like. It's always appreciated. Peak Design. Let's see what they got. So a lot of cool bags, a lot of cool clips, straps. They got straps, they're strapped up. And then, wow, 1.5 million monthly visitors. This site is popping off. This is a trending site right here, or not site, niche, just outdoors. It seems like a lot of outdoors are starting to pop off right now. Makes sense why, you know what I mean? Because winter's coming. In the words of Jon Snow, winter is indeed coming. And, you know, people are getting ready for it. So this is a great example of that. Peakdesign.com popping off with a lot of really cool products. Let's take a look at the everyday bags. I'm feeling, I'm getting good vibes from these. So this is probably their best seller. $279. See, like, this is a good niche because you can sell things for pretty expensive. And, you know, you sell 350 of these and you did 100K a month. You know, if you sell 350 of these a month, you make 100K in revenue. That's solid. That's a huge bag. And super simple landing page design. You know, it just looks trustworthy. That's all I can really say about the landing page design of this. Let's take a look at their ads because I'm guessing that has something to do with the amount of traffic that they're driving. But we can also take a look at this and see, you know, this is a huge 25 through 34 is such a money printing demographic. But same with these, because the older you get, the more disposable income you have. That's something you got to keep in mind. Wow, okay, 20% paid. So they're doing a ton of Google ads. That's a lot of Google ads. And then, wait, where to go? Okay. TikTok, let's check that out. This is how I do a lot of research, by the way. You guys ask me that a lot, and this is basically it. I just go here, here. Then I check this out a little bit. Okay, so they actually are doing a lot of videos. This is cool. I think videos for brands is such a good idea to just build up your brand with some sort of YouTube channel is really cool. And somebody that does that very effectively is a guy that we actually reacted to recently, the Nothing phone. So Nothing, oh wait, yeah, Nothing came out. They're a phone brand. Okay, oops, I'm going way too fast. And they started to review products. This is so genius. So look at this. Nothing CEO reviews iPhone 14 Pro. 2.4 million views. Insane, right? So many views organically. This brand is doing a little bit of that. Not quite as well, but they could definitely take some notes from that. So you see, this is why businesses should, this is what I mean when I say that at Ecom, we're really saving brands money because they don't have to hire a full-time employee for all these things, and we can give them all the ideas they need. But, you know, they definitely should be doing a lot more. I mean, one short, come on. And yeah, their Instagram is super clean though. They're definitely devoting a lot of resources towards the Instagram page, which is totally valid. Instagram is definitely still a good place to build your business. This looks like really, really clean. And this short form content is so dope. I mean, I haven't even seen it, but I can see that it's very branded. They should totally post that on YouTube Shorts. That's an easy one. And Pinterest. Why not? And then their ads. See, I knew it. A lot. Mainly what their growth can be their growth is definitely because of how many ads they're running. I mean, 230 different ad results. That's some next level media buying for sure. And then again, you can see that from their keywords, 20% is paid from their keyword traffic. So that's a lot of paid traffic through keywords and a lot of ads. Pretty simple stuff. Again, this is actually how you succeed with media buying is you test a lot of things just like this. This is a great example of that. But I still feel like they're not doing enough of just some of this content. This looks great. I would definitely test that. They're doing a lot on TikTok. And yeah, this was probably their Black Friday Cyber Monday ad. Yep, 11/24. 300K views. Not bad. So yeah, that's this brand. What's it called? Peak Design. Peakdesign.com. Shout out to you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the live stream, and I'll see you guys in the next one. We're still going to be streaming. I'm just trying to make content through the stream. I know it's kind of it's a different format from what you guys are used to here in this space, but that's exactly why I'm doing it, and I actually have a lot of fun doing it. All right, let's watch Iman Ghazi's new video. Oh, Monty McQueen. Iman Ghazi's new video. Smartest route to 10K a month in 2023. Oh. We'll pull it up. You got scared that I was gonna leave? Nah, don't worry. We're staying. We got some time. I'm just going through some stores to get some reviews going for the channel. You guys love the store reviews, of course. But yeah, there's lots of content that we can make through streams. You guys are loving these streams, which I'm loving. I like that you guys like them. Let's see. Let's look at some questions here real quick before we proceed. Is creating content on Pinterest a good idea? For sure, bro. Posting all of your content on Pinterest is a great idea because nobody's doing it, but Pinterest is definitely trying to get in this short form game. 100%. So you should definitely be doing that. JRE Arena, what kind of car do you drive? I drive a 2014 Ford Fusion Titanium Edition because I'm just clean like that. Mine's blacked out though with some cool rims. Bought it in cash back in 2019. Still have the car. I drove to Arizona with it. I drove back from Arizona with it. That car's been my baby. I've done so many things in that car. It's unbelievable. So there's sentimental attachment to that car. Let me know if those sort of trends are popular. Okay. When are we getting the interviews from Jad? Okay, so, well, we've done 2 interviews with Jad, and they're both on my channel still. But yeah, I know I promised you guys another one. We'll definitely be, I'll work on that. I'm still, trying to have a really efficient content system, and I think we found it, to be honest with you. If I can just stream every day, or not every day, if I can stream like 3 times a week, we can make like multiple videos a day from streams. And that's kind of the way that I'm thinking about it. And more relevant content as well. What have you done in the cart? Bro, don't ask me that right now. Any good snow products for snowy areas? That's a good question. By the way, guys, I got to show you something. A lot of people don't know about this. I don't know why. But Alibaba, if we go to Alibaba dropshipping, there's an Alibaba dropshipping service now. So you don't need to do dropshipping through AliExpress if you are going to build a dropshipping business. You can just do it through Alibaba, which I think is a great idea because then you build connections with manufacturers, with the actual manufacturers of your products. On AliExpress, you're actually dealing with trade companies a lot of times. So those are the middleman between the middleman. So they're a layer above the manufacturer. Building connections with manufacturers is a great idea, and it's a pain. It's a pain though. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably my least favorite part of e-commerce, and part of the reason why I was like, you know what? Let me find what my strengths are and build a business around that, and that's how Ecom was born. But that's not to say that, that I think that's a genius idea to just start dropshipping through Alibaba as opposed to AliExpress, because then you're skipping the middleman of the middleman. It's super cool, actually. Thoughts on print on demand with AI? I think print on demand with AI is a really good idea as well. It's a little difficult right now, but I actually made a video about this not too long ago. So if you just go to my channel and you go right here, boom, this one. I'll actually link it to you. One of the most reliable. I'll link it to you, but don't leave. Okay, just pull it up in a different tab, but don't leave the stream, and drop a like. But yeah. Can you help me find a winning product? Yeah, bro. I mean, look at my channel. My channel is like, just be a little bit abstract, right? Like when you look at my channel, you look at all these case studies that I've done. Think of product ideas within those categories. Think of product ideas when you look at a store, like try to analyze what products they're selling and how you could do the same. I think people tend to try to reinvent the wheel, myself included. I do this all the time. I have a gift for overcomplicating things for no reason. And their only reason is because I want to make it unique to me. I feel like I've always been like the type of person that wants to be unique. I don't like being like everybody else. But that's kind of a flaw in business sometimes. It's good for differentiating yourself. But I think at a foundational level, it's the easiest way to succeed is just to copy what someone else is doing, but do it a little different or add something or do it better. But even if you don't do it better, you can even if you do the exact same thing, you can still find a little bit of success. It's getting dark in here. This light kind of sucks that I got. I thought it would be much better, but it actually doesn't really light much at all. It feels so dark still. Appreciate you. I appreciate you guys. You from Israel? I am not from Israel. I'm from Chile, but I've been to Israel when I was younger. Shout out to all the people in Israel, Tel Aviv, Jerusalem. You guys are real ones. Okay. So yeah. Let's continue here. Let's find another brand that we can do a review on. That way I can make some content for you guys. How much do you make an average per month with Shopify? Well, all the brands that I work with at Ecom are Shopify stores, so I still count Ecom as a Shopify brand, and it is actually on Shopify, by the way. This is a Shopify store, believe it or not. And I believe I said last month I did about 90-ish K. This month is probably going to be slower though. But there's that's kind of the conglomerate. And that's really the purpose of the business, is to be sort of a holding company for a lot of different things, but not really many different things. And actually one of the things that we're launching soon is the Ecom Research Lab. So you guys definitely want to be signed up for this, because it's probably going to be one of the best assets for really any business owner, even if you're just starting or even if you have like a 7-figure brand. We work with a lot of 7-figure brands and even 8-figure brands, and I feel like they would still get a lot of value from this. I'm going to be using this every single day, straight up. So sign up for that. It's going to be pretty sick. That's profit. So I'm talking about profit, and that was one of the reasons why I decided to start Ecom as well, because I really wanted to build more cash flow, like a cash flow business that would pair well with my channel. So I put a lot of the ecom brands on the side for it so that I could just focus all my time into it, and it went really well. And we're continuing to grow now, and I think this was the right path for me, especially with a growing YouTube channel. What happens if someone wants to refund their item? Do I get a package, or does CJ handle it? You could do either or. So more often than not, you should just probably give them a refund and let them keep it or something. That's how you make people the most happy. Otherwise, I would just have them ship it to you, and then you use it to create content or something, or donate it. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, before I continue answering questions, I gotta find some more brands here. I'm just trying to... Whoa, look at this. This is really interesting. Hexclad. So this is pans. They sell kitchen tools. Oh, wow. They have a Gordon Ramsay endorsement. That's huge. Kitchen products are a great idea, like kitchen utensils. This is really good stuff. Wow, see what you can create with the Hexclad hybrid cookware. So one of the things that you guys should keep in mind whenever I review stores too, and this is something that is also going into the Ecom Research Lab. I'm not trying to plug that too much and chill it here, but it is important, is design trends. So I always spot these different design trends, and I see that this is a huge one right here, this kind of font. I don't know what this font is called, but it looks like some sort of serif font. I love when I spot these design trends, and this is definitely a typography trend right now. This exact font right here. So many new brands are using it. So many modern brands are using it. And I think, honestly, typography is probably more important than a Shopify theme, straight up. Like, if you pick a good font, that's going to carry your store. Oh, I see why this is so... Okay, this is actually so much brighter now. How do you guys like the new quality, by the way? Isn't this kind of better than my webcam? I was using a webcam prior to this, and I think this is so much better. The reason I'm also leaning back so much is because I got this jacket right here. It's winter. I don't know if you guys are seeing this weather right here, but if you take a look at this, do you see this weather? It's -8 Fahrenheit outside. Do you know how low that is? I'll convert it to Celsius for you guys out there internationally. That's -22 Celsius outside. Pretty crazy. Okay, top 5 fonts to use. 2023 e-commerce. Let's see. How to choose the right font. Okay, Roboto, that's a good one. Very popular. Lotto, that's a good one. Montserrat, this is probably one of the most classic fonts that you could use. Sunset in the background looks sick. It does. Here, I'll show you guys the view real quick. I actually love my office so much. Look at this. It looks beautiful outside right now. Even though it's so cold, it's like actually beautiful out. Which is funny. Personally, I'm not gonna lie. I like days like this when it's super cold out and I don't have to go anywhere. It's nice because then it's like you get to enjoy the sunny weather and everything. Since it's so cold, it's like if the whole horizon just looks flat and it looks kind of dope. But yeah, it sucks if you have to go outside. So I do feel bad for everybody that has to go outside. But yeah, this jacket keeps me warm. It's like a blanket, basically. Is TikTok business worth it? I have made so many TikToks by myself, but none went viral. Yeah, bro, it's still worth it. Just keep trying and repost all those TikToks to Instagram Reels, to YouTube Shorts, to Pinterest pins. Just make the most of your content and don't give up, bro. That's all you need to know. And obviously continue to study different different TikToks so that you can continue to learn. I actually recently made a video showing a bunch of different TikToks that were killing it right here. So check that out. What niches do you think will do decent during the recession? That's a good question. Let's ask ChatGPT. Give me 10 e-commerce niche ideas that will do well in a recession. Okay, these are great. We're hacking the system right here, guys. So these are 10 e-commerce niche ideas that will do well in a recession. We're using AI to get these results. So this again just goes to prove what I said. It's just all about knowing the right questions to ask. That's how you're going to maximize ChatGPT and AI. It's just by simply knowing what questions to ask. So here are a lot of good ones. Number 1, budget-friendly fashion. People may be looking to save money during a recession, so offering affordable fashion options could be a good niche. Facts. Home, office, and productivity tools. With more people working from home, there may be increased demand for home office essentials such as desks, chairs, and computer accessories. That is also facts. Subscription box services. Subscription boxes that offer a variety of product at a discounted price could be attractive to people looking to save money during a recession. That is also true. Frugal living and financial management resources. That's a good one. That's a really good one if you are doing some sort of digital product. Boom, that's a good one. Health and wellness. During a recession, people may be looking to prioritize their health and well-being, making health and wellness products a potentially successful niche. That's definitely true. Online education and training. That's a fact. Meal delivery and meal planning services. Home improvement and DIY products. As people may be spending more time at home during a recession, there may be increased demand for home improvement and DIY products. Virtual events and entertainment. Facts. Secondhand and vintage products. This is a really good trend right here, actually. During a recession, people may be looking to save money by purchasing secondhand and vintage products instead of new ones. I think there's a huge arbitrage opportunity for this one because ultimately there's a lot of waste that goes on in every single business. And if you can figure out a business that can utilize that waste and create utility out of it, that's a huge opportunity in my opinion. Yo, shout out to all 65 viewers. Make sure you guys drop a like on the video. It's much appreciated. I love seeing the streams being popular and you guys loving them. It's always a fun time whenever you guys are having a good time. And the questions have been really good. I know that we're getting a lot of content out of this stream, providing a ton of value. And I'm really hyped. This is all good stuff. Wow, so look at, we got an Asian market Shopify store. So this is a Shopify store that sells Asian goods. You guys have probably seen, Asian grocery stores around your city. That's a pretty common thing. This brand decided, you know what, let's take that and let's make it online. And that's exactly what they did. Now let's take a look at their traffic. 35,000 monthly visitors. That's no joke. And they literally sell everything, even fresh produce. I don't know how they're able to do this. This must be kind of a nightmare to run. But again, very impressive and an untapped opportunity, really, because there's a lot of Asian grocery stores, but none that I can think of that cater to online needs. This is pretty cool. Somebody asked, can you sell any product of every brand, or do you need some sort of agreement, for example, iPhone chargers? I think iPhone chargers are fine. Generally speaking, you can, but for a lot of things that have copyrighted material or patents, of course, you definitely need the permission, and you can get a license for it or something. Oh yeah, I was looking into Notion because Notion just dropped that they're doing some sort of AI thing. Oh, okay, short form question. How do you schedule your day? That's a good question. So basically, my day is pretty simple. I wake up at around 9 right now. I want to get up earlier. I get up, I stretch a little bit, I drink some water right away. I try to look at the sun for a little bit. If there is sun, I get some coffee, and then I start doing research to make a video. That's the first thing I do in the morning, is just do some research, make a video, post a video, and then I just do a lot of administrative work, go on Slack, answer my team, help the brands that we're working with. And then I usually have a meeting with my team at around 3 or 4. And then by around 5, I'm usually done. But I still keep working on random things, random miscellaneous things, just because I have a lot of fun doing it. But that's basically how my day is structured. And then at night, I either watch something with my girlfriend or I read One Piece on my iPad. I've been going real hard on One Piece lately, the manga. I'm almost done with it, and it's like over 1,000 chapters, so it's taken me quite a while. That's about it. More women are buying secondhand designers now. For sure, that makes sense. I mean, if you can get it for cheaper and it's the same thing, that makes total sense. Oh God, never mind. I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say. Hey Ari, I know we've passed this, but how new is the Alibaba Dropshipping Center and how much is Ecom? The Dropshipping Alibaba Center, I don't know how old it is, to be honest with you, but I'm guessing not even a year old. I don't know when they launched it, but I know that it's a great idea and you guys should definitely utilize it. How much is Ecom? Well, we have a range of services, but our foundational service is media buying and paid ads. And how we structure it is we charge $2,000 per month per channel. However, we get the best results when we do the trifecta, which is Google, TikTok, Meta. So we have a special price for those 3 channels. It's $3,000 a month for Google, Meta, and TikTok. So I don't recommend it for businesses that are just starting. I really don't think it's the best thing for you guys to invest into if you're just starting. But if you're a growing business, it definitely is a good investment because it's cheaper than hiring a full-time employee. A full-time employee that can do what we do is going to cost you at least 6 figures a year. Whereas for us, it's, if you hire us, it's a lot cheaper and you get to leverage our experience. So it's a really great deal. And that's why I did it. I was like, you know what? A lot of agencies are crazy expensive and they don't know what they're doing. So we definitely have a good market opportunity on our hands, especially given that I have, some sort of audience in the business space. So it was just a good idea overall to pursue. But yeah, ultimately, we're trying to literally save businesses money and help them grow at the same time. So what business doesn't want to do that, right? Have you ever thought of doing an ecom challenge or do different side hustles for your channel? I have thought about that, but it does take a lot of time to do that. However, I have done it in the past. In fact, you guys may not know this, but that's how I grew my channel at the beginning. If you go to my channel and you go to some of my oldest videos, which are super cringe to watch, I'm not going to watch them. I'm embarrassed. But what? You can't, oh my God. You can't sort by videos anymore? Okay, well, I don't know how you sort videos now, but if you just go to oh God, I don't even want to look at it. I hate this. But this series right here 4 years ago, oh God.
Focus.
Oh my God, I can't believe this.
Oh my God.
Some of the stats here. That's how I grew my channel, is I literally created a store live. Just straight up created the whole entire thing live. It was pretty cool. And we got it to $2,000 a day before everybody started doxing me. Well, actually, I doxed myself. But we got it to about $2,000 a day before everybody just copied it to oblivion. And we just had to shut it down. But yeah, that's how I grew my channel. It's I just grew a business to $2,000 a day live. I showed how I made the brand. I showed how I made the ads. I showed every step of the way. And that's how I grew my channel. So that was kind of I was doing that before everyone else. I'll say that. but everyone else does it way better than me now because I didn't know how to edit videos. I didn't know anything about anything when it came to YouTube. But that content is still there, and that's the beauty of creating content on the internet, is that it's gonna be archived forever for as long as YouTube is around, which I'm guessing is gonna be a very long time. Do you have a contact that can help me remove my website from PP ads? Ooh, no, but you should just hit them up. I mean, they probably have a support number that you could contact. Tupperware.com. This is an interesting, that's such a good name. Just Tupperware.com. 1.5 million monthly visitors. This is such a cool store. I love this already. Okay, I might make this into a video. So I'll put this in a, I'll leave this in a tab over here. Donnie. Hey, any suggestions on how to quickly redo image text ads for Ecom to save time but test a lot? I don't know. Canva. Yeah. Okay, so here's a store, Cardani.com. This looks really simple. And it's popping off. Of course it is. I think this is a Shopify store, or I mean a dropshipping store. This looks like a dropshipping store to me, but it may not be. If it's not, props on you. And if it is, props on you too, because this looks real nice. And you know, they did a nice little family business type of vibe, which is a really good idea. Actually, I think it's not, but it's popping off. So that's pretty cool. Dude, it is getting so dark. Hold up, I need to turn on a light. 1 second. I think that's a little better. Will y'all also review some dropshipping shops today? So here's the thing about that. For some reason it keeps blocking when you guys link your stores, and it can get a little bit hectic. I've been thinking about something, you know, creating some sort of like fund. Hear me out on this. So you guys know, maybe you don't know, you probably don't know, but there's this channel called No Jumper. They do a lot of random hip hop related news, a lot of random content. They kill it. And they do live streams. They do a lot of different stuff. But one thing that they do on live streams that I think is really clever, since this is a hip hop podcast, basically, one thing that they do is that sometimes they'll do streams where they literally just show people's music. So you can buy a music promo and then they'll play your music on stream and you can pay for that. This is a really good idea. Not obviously this is pretty expensive, but I thought, you know what? Maybe I will make a little product where you can buy a store review from me that I'll do live. So I'll review your store live and you can buy it and then use all that money to create some sort of like fund to help people in some way, right? Like let's say at the end of every month, we use all that money that we pooled from people's store reviews and donate it to one of you guys or like 3 of you guys, something like that. I thought of that. I thought that would be a pretty cool idea. Let me know what you guys think. That way, it's also more like standardized as opposed to just randomly reviewing people's stores, which is super hectic. I mean, people are like DMing me left and right. This would make it way more standardized. I would give it its proper time. People would understand the assignment and nobody would like, you know, complain about it. So let me know what you guys think about that. I thought it was a pretty good idea, but I would love to know your opinion since you guys would ultimately be paying for it. It's like super chat. True. So yeah, that's another thing. I do want to enable some sort of like streaming perks like super chat, whatever. Just because I think it's cool to do that, and it would be pretty special for some of you guys. Um, Minimum budget for that, I don't know. I would probably do it for like $20 or something. So $20, I review your store. We do like 100 a month, 100 of these a month. Um, that would be like 2K. And then at the end of the month, we give that 2K to a lucky winner, somebody that did something. That'd be pretty cool. 2K could fund an entire business. Um, in your agency, when you charge 3K, for example, does that include all content creation or only managing? So that includes management, strategy, consulting. So we do a couple of consulting calls within that time frame as well. And then it also includes the setup, because a lot of people are not set up with like Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager, all these things, Google Shopping, merchant centered setup. And yeah, but we don't do content in that package. We have partners that do content, but I don't do content because it's hard. It's just really hard. And like, it's better for the brand to produce their own content. Personally, I always thought that, because they understand the brand the best. But luckily, I do know a ton of people in the space that create amazing content as well. So, we can do that. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense. And again, I would not recommend those services for people that are just getting started. I think our services for media buying work the best if you're already, or not necessarily work the best, but are more fitting for brands that are at like 30K plus a month. The more the better. Like our ideal client is like 300K a month. That's my ideal client, because then I know that 3K a month is pennies to them and we can really help them blow it up. That's my favorite kind of client for sure. What platform would you recommend selling a product for around $80? Facebook and TikTok and Google. Whole strength. Christian activewear. Whoa, this is a good idea right here. This is a really good idea. Because most people, when they create Christian brands, they just go with the general like Christian apparel, Christian merch. But this is genius right here, because you're basically taking the fitness niche and turning and like targeting specifically Christians. Super smart. This is a very clever brand right here for sure. I see why they're blowing up. So again, these are the brands that I love working with, because it's something very unique, very specific. It's simple. They clearly are building a community around it. It's passionate, and they're doing probably over 100K a month already. So this is incredible. I love this. Good job. If you guys know this brand, this is really well done. This is a good example of how you can build a brand within a niche. Super cool. I love this. Got it. Thanks. Yep. No problem. Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, if you could follow me on Twitter, that would be amazing as well. I think Twitter is gonna be a really good asset for any business, any brand, any business. Here's my account. We're doing pretty decent, 3.5K followers. I want to get to 10K. That's my goal. 10K followers sounds pretty clean on Twitter. So I'm gonna try to do that. And if you guys could help me with that, that'd be amazing. I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to tweet some fire stuff. I'm not really good at it yet, but I'm getting there. We're doing pretty good, all things considered. Okay, let's continue trying to find some brands. Gualap. These are very clean names. Wow, I don't know what this is. Les dernières nouvelles. The new. I don't know what that dernier means. Top? I guess that means top or something. Iman ready to be watched. Yeah, he is. I just know you guys are going to leave by the droves as soon as I start watching something. You guys tend to not like it when I watch something. Or some of you like it, but most of you don't like it. That's what I've noticed when I stream is whenever I start watching something, a lot of people leave. I've been hearing a lot about Google Ads recently. How do they work? Are they like pop-up ads and you see on websites and stuff? So Google Ads encompasses multiple different things. I'll cover them one by one. First is keywords. So you pay for keywords. So let's say you Google sleep gummy. These sponsored posts right here, these top 3, that's search. So you can pay for search. Then you can also pay for shopping. So in the shopping tab, you get some sponsored shopping products right here. So you can also pay for that. You can also pay for YouTube ads. That's also ran by Google. Pre-roll ads. And soon I'm pretty sure they're doing YouTube short ads. So that's another thing. YouTube ads are super powerful. I mean, it's one of those things that I think are essential for every brand. I think most brands, if we take a look at their traffic distribution, they're spending at least a little bit on at least 10% or 5% into their paid keywords. So for example, okay, well, this one's 2%, but they could definitely pump those numbers up. And, that's what I'm trying to do with Ecom is help brands do this. We do a lot of Google Ads. Google Ads is a very foundational part of our service. And I've really fallen in love with Google this year. I think it's a great platform, but my baby is still Meta. Meta is still my favorite because Meta also involves Instagram. That's what a lot of people don't take into account. When they think Facebook ads, they think Facebook. But Facebook ads means Facebook and Instagram. And Instagram is super powerful, like extremely powerful. In fact, now that they have short form content, I'm pretty sure Instagram is blowing up. I'm pretty sure they're doing really, really good. If you had to tell a layman what media buying is, what would you say? I would say it's basically whenever you see an ad, a sponsored post on any social media platform, that is somebody that bought that spot. And that's what you would consider as media buying, because you're buying a spot in somebody's feed, basically. Google Ads expensive. They are a little expensive if you're going after really competitive keywords, but generally speaking, they're not that expensive when you're in a non-competitive space, and also when you're doing a lot of remarketing. Remarketing is the best thing that you can do on Google, in my opinion, if you're, let's say, like a Instagram heavy brand, because then you're becoming more omnipresent, and that always helps a business make more profit. Oh, my voice is starting to hurt. This is the bad thing about live streams. I don't know how people do this for 8 hours a day. Hey Ari, I currently have a dog Instagram theme page of 100K followers. I'm testing it out with print-on-demand art canvas stores. Is this the best route to start up, or would you suggest something better? I mean, I would maybe do something a little more original. That's not a bad idea though. Like that's a normal idea. And again, I mentioned this at the beginning. I think the best thing you can do if you're a complete beginner is not reinvent the wheel and just do something that someone already has done, but make it your own. That's a good idea. And if you're using AI, even better. So yeah, that's not a bad idea at all. I definitely think that's a good place to start. But then I would maybe try to do something a little more original, like something, I don't know, like mugs. I don't know, mugs are not more original, but like just a new sort of product, something that people haven't really seen too much. That would be pretty cool. I'd love you to rate it. I didn't see what you said. Hey, how would you recommend making TikTok ads if you're selling pet products or any niche like baby stuff where you don't have a baby or a pet? Do you have any outsourcing advice, general advice? Go on Twitter, bro, and go on, like, there's so many UGC creators on Twitter. If you just look up UGC, you'll find a ton of UGC creators that are going to be relevant to what you're looking for. Otherwise, go on the creator marketplace for TikTok and try to find like exactly what you're looking for. That's a great idea. So like, here's a good one. This is a guy that has a baby and they make content for babies, for baby related brands. Just check the Discord, 6 bits today and a live stream, loving it. 6 videos today. I don't think we did 6 videos today, but I think we did like 2 so far. So I got my boy Monty posting shorts, and then I did my normal video for the day. And yeah, Los Cos said there are UGC creators on Fiverr as well. That's 100% true. Fiverr does have some great UGC creators as well. So many resources to get content nowadays, guys. There's no excuse. And it's cheaper than ever. So, this is why I don't really focus on content for Ecom. I think it's just a lot of work for us that could easily be outsourced. Whereas the knowledge and the management is really where we shine. That's more specific and we have more experience. All right, why do you always use your wired headphone mic for videos? I don't know. These are the only headphones I have. And I have headphones plugged into my mic so I can hear myself, but also so I can hear videos without it. If I don't use headphones, the video will be projecting into the mic and it'll just sound, all messed up. But yeah, I'm a big wired headphones kind of guy. I have AirPods, but it's just, they always give me trouble. And I don't know. There's something nostalgic about these wired headphones. I just really like them. Let's see. Pets die in road accidents, so something glowy or reflective could help drivers see them. True. AYBL. So AYBL just became UK's fastest growing company. How do you think they made it in such a saturated niche? So apparently AYBL is a athletic brand, athletic gear brand, or I guess like athletic wear brand. Well, first of all, that's a super clean name. That's a great name. And second of all, it seems to me like they're doing all the right things in terms of inclusivity. So they seem to be very inclusive. So featuring people of all different colors, races, sizes. So these are all factors you got to keep in mind. People definitely vibe with inclusive brands these days. Huge social media presence. So this is another big reason. Look at how many pieces of short form content they're posting. They're literally posting every single day. Reels, that's all they post, which is super smart because that's very high leverage content. Short form content is very high leverage because you could go very viral very easily. And they're focusing a lot of time into that. And then they are also doing a lot on Pinterest. Personally, if I was working with this brand, I would tell them post all of these reels on Pinterest as well. You might as well do it. YouTube, I'm guessing they're doing well on TikTok as well. So content, this brand clearly figured out a solid content strategy. It's a relatable brand, able to believe, able to achieve. So they're standing for something. It's kind of a mission. So there's like a sentimental component to it. It's community driven. All things that I talk about in a lot of my videos. These are like all great things to have for your brand. And they're not even posting all their Instagram reels on YouTube Shorts, which is a big mistake. Again, I think that could make them blow up even more. So yeah, content repurposing, like that's such a good thing. That's a good service to offer as well. That's something that we're trying to do is just repurpose content really well, as opposed to even creating content. It seems like people don't have trouble creating content so much as, but what they do have trouble is making the most out of that content. And that's been really essential for us as well. It's like testing different hooks, testing different paces, like repurposing the content that you're already making. It's a really smart approach. And clearly this brand understands that. They're killing it. Able is a women activewear brand from UK. Actually, it is of a friend of Ben Francis or Gymshark. But yeah, it was fastest growing by Times UK. So yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me. They seem to be taking the same template as Gymshark. Gymshark on Instagram was always ahead of their time, in my opinion, because they always grew their page as sort of like a theme page. They post so much content. They always posted like 3 or 4 times a day, reels every day. And again, like I was mentioning, this is all really high leverage content. So that's what they were doing, and they blew up really fast because of it. And I think Able is using that same blueprint that Gymshark used. So it makes sense that they're blowing up so much. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I got to get going. It's 5 o'clock here. I got to get back to work, get to my team. We're still working hard every day, even getting close to the holiday season. The work doesn't stop, and when you love what you do, it's not work, so it's not even a big deal anyways. I wanted to watch this. Maybe I'll watch it before I go, actually. That's a good idea. Okay, so let's see what the smartest route to 10K a month is according to Ecom.
So this is the smartest path to making $10,000 a month in 2023. And let me guess, you're expecting me to give you some magic pill that's gonna make you rich, guaranteed. You're expecting me to give you the cheat code, the tricks, and this is the root of your problems. Because you...
Facts. I was gonna say, that was just about to say, that's the root of most people's problems, is that they think there's some sort of shortcut, when in reality there isn't.
You want to look at every single direction except directly at yourself. So as the title of this video suggests, I am going to show you the smartest route to making $10,000 a month in 2023. Not the fastest, but the smartest. And my friend, it all starts with you. Now, Abraham Lincoln is often quoting for having said, if I had 8 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend 6 sharpening my axe.
Oh, that is a fire quote right there. If I had 8 hours to take down a tree, I'd spend 6 sharpening my axe. That is true. And that's why I like to make the content that I make, because I think this sort of knowledge is really important. And that's, your knowledge, your brain is probably the best tool that you could ever have. And I'm sure he's going to talk about skills, because that's what it also helps you build. And that is very, very important. That's so true.
And it's time for you to sharpen your axe. And that axe is you. And it all starts with a protocol that I formulated a few years back called monk mode.
Monk mode. Monk mode.
Monk mode.
Monk mode.
Monk mode. Monk mode.
This is the same system that thousands of people have used to turn their life around. Now, I know that some of you guys still want a game plan on what business model to actually get to 10K a month. So I'm gonna leave in the first line of the description probably my most well-received video I've ever posted. Basically, I compared the most common 7 to 8 business models out there and created the money-making matrix. And depending on your strengths, your weaknesses, whatever it may be, it basically shows you which model you should move forward with. So I'll leave that as the first line in the description, but now for the true meat and bones of this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to execute monk mode in 2023. The first 7 to 8 days of every year is a write-off because my birthday is on the 3rd of January. But immediately after that, I went on to do monk mode for 6 weeks in the beginning of 2022. So I can tell you, after being in self-improvement for 8 years, after having businesses for 6 years, I still implement this stuff to this day. So ladies and gentlemen, what is monk mode? Now, monk mode is a period of immersion, and I recommend no less than 21 days and no longer than 90 days. If you do anything less than 21 days, you're just simply not going to feel the effects. And if you try to do anything longer than 90 days, you're going to start to get serious FOMO. And you're going to start to feel like this is difficult, this is hard, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm missing out on life, all of this stuff. And the thing is, monk mode is a tool that I have used for years, and it's a tool that I want you to continue to use for years and years. So I don't want you to have all of these negative associations around it. So that's why
I think people take self-improvement the wrong way sometimes. And even though I don't really believe in work-life balance too much, I think if you do something excruciating for too long, it could have a detrimental effect. It's kind of like with working out. I think you actually get the best results. Don't quote me on this. I'm no fitness professional, but I believe you get the best results if you're trying to maximize muscle growth, if you actually take rest days. So something to keep in mind for sure.
That's why for most people that have never done it before, I recommend just start with a 21-day protocol. Now, the true beauty of it is that you can actually do 21 days, and then at the end of it, you know, you can take a couple days to party and relax and enjoy, and then go straight into another cycle of monk mode. Or you can finish the 21 days and go, wow, I feel a lot of momentum. I feel great. I'm going to do another 30 days. And I know the law.
I like that. That's more or less how I operate as well, is I like to go really hard every quarter, and then, well, you know, relatively hard, because my job, I mean, I try to spend my time on the highest leverage activities, which tends to be content. So I love doing it. So I don't really consider it too much hard work. But then I try to take some sort of vacation every quarter. Like I'll travel somewhere. And not only does that help me reset, but it also gives me even more ideas. Like taking yourself out of your usual environment can actually be super beneficial beyond just giving you the rest you need, but also to get creative juices flowing.
People go, no, you should set your aims high and all this stuff. I personally believe getting your confidence up and sticking to your promises is the most important thing in life. So I would much rather you do 21 days, realize, that wasn't actually quite bad, and then just extend from there, rather than trying to commit to 60 or 90 days from the jump. Now, I created the monk mode protocol like Lego blocks. When I formulated the protocol a few years back, I didn't want it to be frigid. You know, there's
I miss Legos. Low key, we should normalize Legos for adults. I don't know. I don't have any Legos, but I kind of miss them after he just said that.
Protocols out there, for example, like 75 hard, and I have the utmost respect for not only the protocol, but all the people that go through it. For me personally, I just think flexibility is important sometimes. And it's important that there's your non-negotiables, and then there's other variables that you stack on top, because everyone's journey and what people are trying to accomplish is very different. You know, the bodybuilder is trying to accomplish something very different compared to the person who runs a company and has employees and, you know, is just really trying to focus and scale the company, all the way to the people who work jobs that they're very happy in, they're very content with their career, but they just want to feel more stillness, more calm, more presence in their life. And that's why I built the monk mode protocol the way I did, so that way it serves you the best. But the monk mode protocol is predicated around 3 non-negotiables. It seems simple, but that is the beauty of it. Now, the first non-negotiable is 10 minutes a day of meditation. And let me warn you.
Damn, these videos are pretty impressive in terms of editing and sound design. I didn't notice that until just now. Like, this guy goes hard at editing. Goddamn. His team does, I guess, but pretty impressive.
For the first 10 days, you will not notice a single difference. Then roughly around 10 or 14 days in, you'll notice something funny starts to happen. You'll start to be more cognizant of your thoughts. You'll start to notice your monkey brain. You'll start to notice those times where you feel pain, you feel doubt, you feel uncertainty, you feel like maybe you can't accomplish the things that you want to do. And the old you before monk mode would have reached for your phone or a video game or tried to distract yourself or put some music on, or unfortunately, as is ruining so many men out there, would use that pain and that discomfort as an opportunity to close the blinds, put something on your phone that
my own personal experience, but it could be applicable to you guys or helpful to you guys. The best thing you can do is literally just get to work, like do something, move forward, and that will ease your anxiety. And again, like he mentioned, actually, it'll make you feel better, not only because you're getting work done, but because you're going to feel better about yourself, that you're actually being productive and doing something with your time that can help you. I think that's also, I see all this content on this side of YouTube. Sometimes I can think like, oh man, you know, this is so distracting for people. Like people should just be taking action. But I think people try to find some sort of escape. So at the very least, if we're entertaining people with helpful information, at least it's somewhat productive, right? Like if you're watching a podcast of a successful CEO, even if you're watching it for entertainment, you can't tell me that's not more productive than watching like Love Island on Netflix, right? Like that 100% is going to give you more value, at least in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but let's continue.
So I'm going to tell you, meditation might be scary for some of you guys because you'll notice your monkey brain. You're going to notice your demons, but other beautiful things are going to happen. You're going to notice that when you go for a walk, you don't need background music. You're going to notice that you can just sit with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee in silence, hearing the wind blowing, and you can just sit comfortable with yourself. You don't need to run away from yourself anymore. You are on the same team. Meditation is by far one of the best habits for anyone that is trying to build a business or just accomplish anything that they want in life. life become the man that they want to be. You know, let me ask you a question. Where's your phone right now? Let me guess, it's probably right by your side. And I can guarantee for a fact it's not on Do Not Disturb. You know, how many times have you picked it up in the last 60 minutes to check social media and then realize midway through while you're scrolling on TikTok or Instagram or whatever it may be, why did I pick up my phone? Why did I feel? You must meditate and you must face your demons. Now, the second non-negotiable is 30 minutes a day of exercise. Now, before you tell me, oh, but what about overtraining? If I train every single day, 7 days a week, just stop it. Quiet your mind. I don't care if you go for a walk. I don't care if you go for a swim. I don't care if you train until failure.
Quiet your mind is a really good piece of advice. I think overthinking is probably one of the biggest causes of failure for people because they don't go through with what they set out to do. Even in investing, I mean, I've seen it happen many times. I'm like, I'm going to invest in this thing. And then I'm like, I get shaken out. I overthink it. I pull out my money. And then what I predicted would happen happens. And I just didn't go through with it. I didn't have enough conviction. Same with business. You may have started a business. Let's say you're testing a product. And then you're like, oh, this isn't going to work. I couldn't make it work. And then 6 months later, you see someone else with the same idea completely crushing it. And you're like, damn, I should have stuck to it. And more often than not, that's because of overthinking. You didn't stick to it. You didn't simplify your workflow enough to stick to it. That's actually a major key. And that can prevent you from growing a lot. It's happened to me too. So I know from experience.
Care if you do yoga, just exercise. A strong mind is nothing without a strong body. The two are symbiotic. They go hand in hand. And once again, this is the beauty of monk mode. It really depends on your goals.
Oh no. Uh-oh. My camera died? Or what up? Shit. Hold up, guys. I gotta change this battery. God damn it. There we go. Oh God. Sorry guys, technical difficulties. What the heck? Does that fix it? Okay, what the? That's crazy. Damn, okay, I don't know how to fix this. This is really annoying. Add it again. Technical difficulties, guys. Thanks for pulling through with me. We're almost good, I think. Please? Dude, what? What is going on with this thing? Parade, guys. I'm really sorry. I'm not sure what's going on, but I really have to go anyway, so maybe this is good timing. I really appreciate you guys joining. It sucks that there's no no camera right now, but you guys are the best, and we'll be doing these more, so don't worry, you're not missing out on much. I'll probably do one of these again tomorrow or the next day, and then from there, we're going to be posting a bunch of content. Iman Ghazi cursed my webcam. He did, bro. I don't know what happened, but this doesn't work anymore. All right, guys, but you have a great rest of your day. Talk soon.